Thousands of people in the 50s are finding themselves with little to no saving. And it's a problem that keeps popping up in comment section and forums everywhere. In today's video, we are discussing this issue head-on and offering a solution that can get you back on track. Setting your expectation. Let's kick things off by talking about setting your expectation. Now, I know this is not something you typically hear in video like this, but if you are here in 50 or maybe older and not quite ready for retirement, it's time to get real about what the future might hold. Think about it. The car you drive, how often you travel, where you choose to live, those are all big ticket items that can quickly drain your retirement saving if you are not careful. Now, before you start feeling overwhelmed, let me reassure you, just because you don't have $1 million retirement fund does not mean you can enjoy your golden years. Trust me, life is far from over. You're not alone in this. In fact, according to the Federal Reserve, only 1/3 of non-retired adults feel like their retirement savings are on track. So if you are feeling behind, don't beat yourself up. We are in this together and we are going to figure it out. Cut expenses, alright? Now that we have got our expectation in check, let's talk about the most straightforward way to get your retirement back on track. Cutting expenses. Yeah, I know. You have probably heard this a million times and maybe you are even rolling your eyes right now. But here's the thing. If you're not taking this advice seriously and you are only hurting yourself, if you are spending every dollar you earn, it's mathematically impossible to save anything for the future. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a notebook, a piece of paper, your phone, whatever you have got, and let's get to work. Draw 3 lines on your page, creating 4 columns, label them expenses, keep, remove, and replace. This little exercise, which I'm calling the McKinley Expenses Removal System, yeah, I just made that up, but it's going to be your new best friend. In the expenses column, list out every single expense you have. I mean, everything. If you don't know where every penny is going, that's your first problem right there. Go through your bank and credit card statement and write down every recurring expenses, rent, mortgage, car payment, subscription, utilities, grocery, the whole lot. Once you have listed everything, it's time to figure out which of those are necessity. Grab a highlighter and start marking up your list. Rent or mortgage, necessity. Grocery, necessity. That streamline service you barely use, probably not. Next, we are going to sort those expenses into the other 3 columns. The keep column is for necessity you can do without things like rent, utilities, and groceries. The remove column is for those non-essential you are going to cut completely. Sorry, but Sport Illustrated might have to go. Finally, the replace column is for expenses you can swap out for cheaper alternative. Do you need it or can you let it go? Be honest with yourself here, and remember, when you remove something from your budget, you're not just losing it out, you are gaining the opportunity to save and invest more. If there's something non-essential that you really can't part with, see if you can find a cheaper alternative. Once you have sorted through all your expenses, it's time to take action. Start canceling those unnecessary subscriptions. When the customer service rep tries to convince you to stay, remember, you are making someone else rich by holding onto something you don't need. Instead, focus on enriching your future. For the items in the replace column, start researching cheaper options. The money you save from this exercise is not just going to sit around, it's going to be invested, which leads us to our next step. Open an investment account. If you don't already have an investment account, now is the time to open one. Let's start with the basic. If you have an employee-sponsored retirement account like 401k and your employer offers matching contribution, make sure you are taking full advantage of that. Seriously, that's free money on the table, don't leave it there. What if you don't have a 401k or you never invested a dime in your life? Don't worry, it's not too late. Head over to your favorite brokerage and open up a Roth IRA. I have got a whole video walking you through this process, so be sure to check that out later. A Roth IRA is a retirement account that allows you to invest in the stock market and earn tax-free gains. That means when you start withdrawing money during retirement, Uncle Sam does not get a cut. Sound pretty good, right? Now, if you got more than 5 years left until retirement, I recommend invest most of your money in stocks. And before my lawyers give me a hard time, let me just say this. This is not a financial advice. There I said it. Instead of picking individual stocks, which can be time-consuming and risky, invest in an ETF like VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund ETF. This gives you exposure to over 4,000 stocks, including big names like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all with one investment. Let me show you how easy it is. Log into your brokerage, go to the order entry windows and type in VTI. Enter the number of shares you want to buy, submit your order, and boom, you are now investing in the entire US stock market. It's that simple. But don't just buy it once and forget about it. If you want your money to grow, you need to keep adding to your investment. Every time you have extra money, buy more shares. The more you invest, the more money you will grow over time. If you are over 50, your worth hour contribution limit is $7,000 per year. That's about $583 a month. If you invest that amount over the next 15 years, assuming 8% return adjusted for inflation, your money could grow to nearly $200,000 by retirement. And if you can owe off retiring until you are 70, that amount could increase to over $338,000. This does not even include what you will get from Social Security, which brings us to our next point. Increase your income. If you find it hard to save and invest with your current income, it's time to boost your earning. You have got a few options here. First, you could ask for a raise at your current job. If that's not possible, consider finding a new job that pays more. And if you're really looking to increase your income, think about starting a side hustle or a small business. Now, I know starting a side hustle might sound intimidating, but it does not have to be. In fact, I started as an assistant as a side hustle after learning everything I needed from the internet. You don't need a fancy degree or years of experience, just a willingness to learn. There are endless articles and videos online about the best side hustle to start. Just Google best side hustle and you'll find plenty of ideas. The key is to figure out what you are good at and find a way to monetize it. And if you don't have any marketable skills, take time to learn something new. You will be surprised what you can achieve with a little bit of effort. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer are great platforms to market your skill and make extra money. Or maybe you have a hobby that you can turn into a business. Platforms like Etsy let you sell handmade crafts, digital downloads, and more. There are real opportunities out there. You just need to find what works for you. The bottom line is that increasing your income is essential if you want to retire comfortably. Whether it's through a raise, a new job, or a side hustle, find a way to bring in more money that you can then save and invest. Conclusion: to wrap things off, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts. First, don't let your current financial situation dictate your future. Even if you are over 50, don't have much saved, there's still time to turn things around. By cutting expenses, investing wisely, increasing your income, and considering working longer, you can build a retirement that you are proud of. Second, remember that every dollar counts, whether it's saving a little bit more each month, earning extra money, or delay retirement by a few years. All of those small decisions add up over time. And finally, don't be too hard on yourself. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the idea of retirement, especially if you are behind. But the important thing is that you are taking action now. You are here watching this video. That means you are already ahead of the game. So what are you waiting for? Start by going through your expenses, open up that investment account, and take control of your financial future. Your retirement might not look exactly like you imagine, but that does not mean it can be great. Now, if I mentioned it earlier about investing in ETF, and if you like to learn how to invest in ETF, make sure to click this one. If you really like this content and you find very informative and you learn something, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe so that way you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace. Bye.